What's up, everyone? Garrett here. I wanted to make this video because I was working on some music for the project I'm working on, which is No More Room in Hell. Just to plug that real quick, it's a Half-Life 2 mod, completely free. Definitely going places. It was just Mod of the Year for PC Gamer magazine, and I believe it's in the April issue. So check that out. It's nomoreroominhell.com. So, alright, now that that plug is over, I was working on some music for it, and I actually stumbled onto a sound that was so unbelievably close to Battlefield 3 in how it sounds in the beginning of their theme to one of the songs I was working on that I just had to share how I made it because it was just, it's like uncanny. So I'm going to do a real quick tutorial. I've already kind of done some of the work on the back end to just skip like exporting and all that. So let me just show you this here, and once you see it, you can go off and make your own things that kind of sound like that. So, and that'd be cool. So here's Nexus. It's a plugin, a VST plugin, and it works with pretty much any program that accepts them. I use FLStudio. You can use whatever you want. So the one I'm using it's under ARP, and it's Whistling Signs, and I believe this one is on D4. Yeah. So sounds like this. Alright, cool. So basically, I just put my tempo is 80. Put 4 of these puppies down. File, export, wave. You want to, I'm just going to name it demo, and I already made one, so it's right there, so I'm not going to re-export it. But just to show you, yes, you would leave the remainder because it doesn't make a difference whatsoever. The program I'm putting this into, which is called Adobe Audition, will make it repeat for you pretty darn well. Depth, you want 32-bit because then you avoid any like crackling. 320, that's just, you should always export at that, whether it's an MP3 or whatever. 512, that will also help without avoid any cracking. And then check all these, and up here for the master volume, it's always a good idea to have it at 75%, even though this already is at 75%. And then actually, if you look, I didn't have it completely up to 75% on here for the velocity, but not a big deal. For when it comes to if you're mastering or if you're adding effects, you always want it to not just be the max volume, because then that's when you get distortion, you lose quality, all that jazz. So that's not what this video is about, so let's move on. In here, after exporting it, the first thing you want to do is go to Effects, Time and Pitch, and Stretch. Your stretch and pitch. We're not going to stretch it. We want it to stay at 100%. You definitely want the precision to be high. Isotope radius, you want that checked. I had a brain fart there, sorry. And then for the pitch shift, you want -8. And that's what we'll get what we want. You hit OK. It'll take about 1.5 to 2 minutes, depending on how fast your computer is. And then it sounds something like this. Cool. So there's several you want to do. I believe I exported at least 2 or 3 different ones, but we're going to be working with 2 waves here. The first one is just this beefed up a little. So I believe I made my own. Like you see, I have a No More Room in Hell. I have -8. -8 action. I made my own, but just to show you the default one without having to go through tweaking stuff, to make this quick, I'm just going to do voice level and noise gate. Alright, cool. So you beefed it up a bit. One thing that's nice to do, set limit to -6. That makes sure that you don't have any crackling. Keeps it stopped right there. So that's one. Second one you want to do is you want to go to Clean Up and Level Voiceover, and that will actually give you, I don't know why, but a nice modulation drop. That right there is key. So just export those 2 individually, and then we jump right back to this one. So like I said, I'm doing some work for this project, which I'm very passionate about, and it's awesome. So this isn't going to sound exactly like Battlefield 3 because I have some other stuff in there. And actually, I guess I could take this out for now. But what we're doing with this, and actually let me find, let's see, I have so many on here. Okay, I had to skip forward just a little because I couldn't find the file. But this is the one with the modulation drop. Now, this is it playing forward. Cool, so we all remember that. All right, hit reverse. Now, because it's reverse, the drop is not a drop anymore. It's actually more of a pickup, like it comes up to that sound. So, but it's at the end now. So basically, all we have to do is just scroll this guy back. So it'll sound like this. Okay, so that's fine. It cut out early. It's actually what we're going for. That's why we have two of them. So this is a version of it I made where it just fades into that part. So I actually went in Edison in this program, which is just wave editor. I hit reverse to reverse it, took the last part of the song and just added a fade in. That's not complicated. It's nothing more than literally just telling the volume to start at 0 and work its way up as it goes. This is the other one that we exported that had the more intense loud sound to it. So let's give it a shot. So, yeah, I mean, minus the extra stuff I have in there for my own project, that sounds pretty darn close to Battlefield 3. If I get rid of that little extra part. Right? I think so. That's pretty much all I got. I mean, the nice thing is you can mess with it. Like, for example, if I wanted to, I could probably, let's see, slap you right there. Like that. I have no idea how this is going to sound. I'm just kind of pulling this out of wherever I can. Cool. So now you kind of know how to make it. I know it was fast, but that's the magic of video. You get to watch it again and again if you need, if you miss something. So the nice thing about YouTube too is that you can post a comment and I will be more than happy to look at that comment and type on my keyboard responses to it. That may help you out. I hope they will. That's my goal. Hope you liked the video. If you did, feel free to hit like. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I put a little of everything on my page, so you never know what you're going to get. So that's all I got right now. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. Take it easy.